Okay, this is what truly happened. This was my first time. I was in a group of 6 people, inside at nighttime. The only light source was a candle in the center of the room and we were all around it. Anthony just had a huge dose. He did prana breathing with his dose and I was shaking with excitement, a full body shake that I could not control. Now it was my turn. Gastro held the glass bong with the glass pipe attached. He lit it carefully, making sure not to fully vaporize it. He said, "Now." I inhaled as much as I could stand. It was instantly a shock, very harsh and strangely tasty, very concentrated, smelt exactly like a certain type of concentrated Chinese jasmine tea. As I took in my second inhalation, I witnessed a very strange visual effect. The glass bong pipe and my hands rushed away into the distance and the background view of the floor came straight for me. The movie Contact does the same effect brilliantly when Jodie Foster is in the sphere during her dimension jump. It got to the point where I knew I wouldn't be able to hold the bong pipe. Gastro took it off me and I sat back, looking around the room. I looked straight at the candle, which was separating before my eyes. 2 images of the candle was on either side of it, 2 different colors. The light I was perceiving in my visual field was separating. As I looked around the room a bit more, I saw the same effect happen everywhere. There was 3 images of everything, all slightly overlaying each other and transparent. I looked at Gastro in astonishment and remember smiling. I could see him clearly, but also could perceive moving energy segments of brilliant color all over his skin and bone structure of his face. I managed to push myself back in a last effort and lay back. About 15 seconds had passed since my second Tokay. I know that I was having an intense revelation, one that I cannot talk about here, but one I remember every time I used DMT. The revelation was one of ultimate realness. That is all I can say. The visuals I definitely recall with utmost clarity. I feel gifted this way. I closed my eyes and focused immediately into the distance. It was very clear, crystalline and symmetric yet totally organic. Out of the terrifyingly complex colors and patterns emerged and formed an entity that sneered at me, grinning wildly with 2 piercing eyes. It was free-floating and fractalizing. Swirling arms and appendages formed out of its now more solid ethereal body of light. I sensed or imagined that smaller invisible beings were slicing me up across the chest and stomach with laser-sharp instruments. It was painful but somewhat acceptable and bearable. In retrospect, this was perhaps the DMT vapor touching my lung pathways. The entity formed greater within my closed-eye visual perception and was growing more menacing. I felt it trying to attach itself to me, or get inside me somehow. I did what I felt had to do. I mentally said and intended the thought, "Come on then," and threatened back at it what it was doing to me. With this, it started to dissipate, in the reverse way that it had formed. As it subsided away back into the colorful patterns and geometrics, I pleaded with it to come back, but it had gone. The first thing I communicated to the group was, "Carry on." Then I said, "There's no such thing as fiction." It was a truly life-changing event. From this moment on, I realized that all shaman cultures and religions were based upon direct personal experiences and that all of them had truth behind them.